was a bad defeat at Fulham on Saturday. It was Gareth Southgate who identified the match as being unacceptable, and you can't argue with that. It was a dismal display. Really, Boro didn't get into the game at the start, which was very unusual because away from home this season they've been quite strong starters, and in fact, of course, have been ahead in nearly every single away match so far. The only previous exception before Fulham was at Sunderland, where of course Stuart Downing missed a penalty which would have put them ahead. So you're looking at a season which so far has gone pretty well away from home for the team, even if results haven't always matched performances. That's why it was so shocking, really, to see them not really get out the blocks at all at Craven Cottage. I thought that Fulham regarded the match as something of a cup tie. They were desperate for the 3 points. I think that you should always be desperate for the 3 points, but Boro didn't seem to have the same enthusiasm. They were steamrolled throughout the whole of the first half, and the fact it was only 1-0 at half-time was a minor miracle. I thought that Southgate did the right thing at half-time. He brought Mido on, he took Julio Arca off and pushed Tungjai a bit further back. It meant that Boro suddenly had a physical approach up front, a bit of steel from Mido, and he made his presence felt quite quickly. In fact, the team did very well in the opening few minutes, and you thought they were quite capable of turning it around. What we got after that, of course, was the disputed and controversial penalty when Tony McMahon was very unfortunate to be challenging Bobby Zamora when the ball bounced up and hit him on the hand. Penalty, said the linesman. OK, penalty, said the referee. I don't think many people agreed with that. I think the Fulham fans were probably just as shocked as the Boro team. But penalty it was, and 2-0 down at that stage and the game was all over. In the end it could have been more, but it was still an unsatisfactory performance, and questions have to be asked, and I think have been asked at Rockcliffe Park since. It's important, of course, that Boro bounce back very quickly. I'm sure that's on the minds not only of Gareth Southgate but of the players. They know they're better than they were at Fulham. And they know really that looking at the league table, 3 points is paramount against Everton on Boxing Day. The big problem, of course, is that it's going to be a very tough match. There are no easy games in the Premier League, but one of the teams you perhaps don't want to be playing when you're desperate for a win is Everton. Very solid at the back. They've actually gone away from home on the last 2 trips and not conceded a goal, which obviously gives some indication of the task facing Boro. They won 1-0 at Tottenham with a very good performance by all accounts, and then won at Man City with a last-minute goal. 2 very good away wins, 6 valuable points, and it suggests that Everton will come here determined not to give anything away again. They know they're quite capable of grabbing one at the other end, even though they're very short of strikers at the moment. Tim Cahill's been playing up front as a lone striker because everybody else on the books forward-wise is injured. It could change on Boxing Day. I know David Moyes is hopeful that 1 or 2 will be back. Anichebe's probably the more likely one. Cahill may drop back in the midfield. But that won't make it any easier for Boro. Basically, it's all about them, it's all about their game and what they're going to do. Attitude is everything. Not too much Christmas turkey would help. Got to go out there determined really to take the bull by the horns, get at Everton. If they can score the first goal, it will be absolutely crucial, I'm sure. Could be the only goal of the game. It's going to be important. They've got to stay tight, work hard, put Everton under pressure and get that goal. Obviously, we now have to wait and see what the team's going to be. Gareth Southgate kept faith as best he could with the team that did so well against Arsenal when they went to Fulham. It didn't work out, and now he's really at liberty to make whatever changes he wants. I'm sure that Mido is a very likely starter. Played 45 minutes throughout the second half at Fulham. Did very well, physical presence, as I say, and I think that's really something that's very much needed against Everton. It's not impossible, of course, that Southgate might bring Alves back as well and have a double strike force in the hope that he can make some sort of a breakthrough. Maybe he's put Ali Adia back on the right, Tungjai even deeper. I do think we're going to see an attacking formation, but at the same time, it's absolutely vital that things are right at the back. That means that David Wheater could come back in. He's been left on the bench lately. Perhaps he may even come back in an unusual position of right back. He's already said he's not too keen to play there, but if Southgate's looking for as much experience as possible in his team, then Wheater may come back in that position. Midfield, we've got Gary O'Neill available again. It might make sense to bring him back, depends how fit he is. He's missed a couple of weeks with a hamstring. The midfield in particular was poor at Fulham, so nobody could have any qualms there if they're left out, so O'Neill must have a good chance. But it's up front where it's really going to count. I would expect Mido to start. Personally, I would put Alves in alongside him and push Ali Adia back, but it's up to the manager. The main thing is Boro must score, must win. 3 points absolutely crucial.